CKP Bank lost its banking license on 28 April 2020, and subsequent to that, in the very next week, all the depositors, employees, and shareholders they joined in the WhatsApp group, and one organization was established on the WhatsApp group itself, and its name is Save CKP Cooperative Bank Kruti Samiti. On this platform, we started moving. First, basic intention was how to save our bank license because that was the priority. And based on that priority, we started working out the strategy of moving ahead. And from that point of view, we filed one first writ petition on, I think it was admitted on 26th May 2020 itself, which was heard and finally it was decided on 22nd June. So within 1 month's time, it was decided, and the hopes were raised because there was an opening. The writ petition was not disposed of quickly. It was seriously heard by three judges. Then again, we made another appeal. That appeal was also not heard by Register of Cooperative Societies under the provisions of the Act. And in that case, we had no option but to go to the court, and we filed another writ petition. And then that writ petition was heard by Justice Kathawala and Justice Chagla on the very first day, and they issued an order to the government of Maharashtra, Minister of Cooperation, that why you are sitting on the file. So, our appeal pending with the Register of Cooperative Societies and Minister of Cooperation was supposed to be disposed of with logic and with law points as per the order of Justice Kathawala and Justice Chagla. Now, this particular appeal arising out of our second writ petition and as per the High Court direction, Minister of Cooperation Mr. Balasaheb Patil, who is also from the NCP and who is a member of Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi government. So Chief Minister is, of course, all of us we know that our Chief Minister is Mr. Uddhav Sahib Thackeray, and of course the Minister of Cooperation is Mr. Balasaheb Patil. His assistant is Minister of State for the Cooperation is Mr. Vishwajit Kadam, who is also from the Congress Party. Now the question is, when we raise this matter in the Mumbai High Court, when the Minister of Cooperation or Registrar of Cooperative Society is not, listening to our appeal, and our appeal was made by Mr. Arun Dhumale, his wife Mrs. Kiran Dhumale, his daughter Jyoti Dhumale, and another depositor and shareholder, Mr. Milind Shilhotri. Now, they are our members of the Save CKP Cooperative Bank Kruti Samiti. And in consultation with us, we propose that they should go into the appeal on this law point. Now, Minister of Cooperation heard our appeal as per the direction of Mumbai High Court on 4th of August 2020. Now, I want to suggest that instead of now reporting on this thing, I will just read out the important aspect of our appeal which our lawyers have presented before the Honorable Minister of Cooperation, Mr. Balasaheb Patil. I can here mention that our presentation was certainly the best one. The reaction from Mr. Balasaheb Patil, of course, he heard it very patiently, and as per his convenience or what do you call, he has to decide and he has to reason out as per the law points, and he has to submit a report or the audit, he has to submit a report or order, and he will send it, his decision, to us. Now, for him, it is outer limit is, as per the High Court order, is 18th of August. So we expect that Minister of Cooperation will issue his written order on our appeal, which he heard on 4th of August 2020 in Mantralaya, wherein our lawyers, senior lawyer Mr. Bhavish Parmarji, then his assistant Mr. Rahul Gaikwad from Gravitas Legal Company. These two persons were present and they have presented the case. And then I am now reading out certain important points, because instead of explaining, I prefer to read out. Then through my voice, those who are the members of our Save CKP Cooperative Kriti Samiti, they can make the meaning out of it. And we'll have to wait for the order from Mr. Balasaheb Patil, who is the Minister for Cooperation. And in the meantime, I'm expecting that till the order is received, we have to be very positive. We are always positive. Our aims and objectives are to save first the license. Therefore, we are opposing the appointment of liquidator, and we have to stop liquidation. If we succeed, then the question will come, how to revive the CKP Bank. So right now our first priority, legal priority, is to save the license, because license is lost. And in therefore, while making this effort legally, we are very seriously doing it, sincerely doing it, but simultaneously, we are approaching various people who are connected with the Congress Party, Rashtravari Congress Party, Shiva Sena. We are also trying to reach out to Chief Minister Mr. Uddhav Thackeray, and we want to use their good offices to sort out this matter. This is a legal matter, but Chief Minister, being the head of the government, we are seeking his help. And we know that CKP Bank is a 105 years old bank, and Mr. Thackeray is also a CKP person. Certainly he loves CKP community and CKP Bank also. There is no doubt about it. But then there were certain questions. So far, his intervention may be or may not be possible. I don't know. But today, we are certainly seeking his help. And we are trying to impress upon, through some emissaries, we are trying to reach out to his office to impress upon Chief Minister that this is the right opportunity. It is the right opportunity, and therefore he should seize the opportunity to help us. To what extent he can help us, it is all his prerogative. From our side, we can make requests, we can make prayers. So from that point of view, we'll have to approach. I have requested many CKP stalwart who are leading the CKP community. I have requested them to make him prepare an appeal. Through that appeal, CKP community as such, CKP Samaj, is led by the prominent persons in Maharashtra, Mumbai, Thane. They should make an appeal and they should reach out in person to meet Chief Minister Mr. Uddhav Thackeray, and they should appraise him that these are the developments as far as bank license is concerned. So, we should utilize all the good forces within the CKP community, good people within the cooperative faculties, to reach out to Chief Minister as well as, of course, Congress Party Chief, NCP chief will have to reach out in a short span of time to achieve a positive result. We have a long way to go, and while reaching to the goal, we'll have to do all these efforts. Our legal efforts are very important, and we are hopeful of reaching to the goal by various methods. And we expect a success. And from that point of view, these are all whole efforts. Now, what I am trying to do is the appeal which was placed before Mr. Balasaheb Patil. I am just reading out the salient points so that all our listeners, members, maybe non-members, they should take interest in understanding what is exactly the problem before the CKP depositors and CKP shareholders and the CKP employees. Precisely now we are talking about CKP depositors and CKP shareholders because that is a legal question. And in that context, I am reading out some of the part of the appeal, not fully, but part of it, to make out the point which our lawyers have made it very, very correctly before Mr. Balasaheb Patil, who heard it very patiently. He also argued out his point. Both the sides have argued out, and orders, of course, will be passed by the authority, that is appellate authority, Mr. Balasaheb Patil, and for him the assistance will be provided by the Registrar of Cooperative Societies or Commissioner of Cooperative Societies, who are the legal authorities in the as per the provisions of the Maharashtra State Cooperative Societies Act 1960. So I am just reading out few important paras. Number one, the appellants are account holders and depositors in the CKP Cooperative Bank Limited. The appellant herein are among thousands and lakhs of other families who put their faith and trust in the 105-year-old CKP Cooperative Bank Limited and who deposited all their life savings as well as retirement fund in the CKP Cooperative Bank Limited. Additionally, appellant are members of one Save CKP Cooperative Bank Kriti Samiti, an unregistered society comprising of various persons, entities, and approximately numbering about around 500 at present, who are the members and shareholders and account holders, depositors, employees, and other stakeholders of the CKP Cooperative Limited. The Reserve Bank of India on April 28, 2020 passed two distinctive orders. Passed two distinctive orders in relation to this in relation to the said bank. Reserve Bank of India passed two distinctive orders in relation to CKP Bank on 28th 2020. The first order was passed in order to cancel the banking license of the said bank dated November 10, 1986 under the section 22 read with section 56 of the Banking Regulation Act 1949. Section 22 read with section 56 of Banking Regulation Act 1949 with immediate effect, that is 28 April 2020. Now, the second order was passed directing the Registrar of Cooperative Societies Maharashtra to make an order of winding up and appoint a liquidator for the said purpose. So, first order cancelling the banking license. Second order from RBI, which is a direction to the Register of Corporate Societies to pass a liquidation order. Okay? Now, coming to the next para. It is pertinent to note that both the aforementioned orders are passed by the RBI. They were made at a belated stage. Almost after 5 years. From the first show cause notice dated June 11, 2015. June 2015, and today we are in 2020. So bank license was cancelled on 28 April 2020. So if you just consider June 2015 to April 2020, almost 5 years. So it's a, first show cause was noticed in June 2015. Now, second show cause notice was issued on August 23, 17. So first show cause, June 2015. RBI issued again a second show cause in August 2017. The delay by RBI between the issue of show cause notice and the orders passed upon by the same is fatal because it violates the basic principles of natural justice and due process of law. So this is the RBI's action of June 2015. First show cause, second show cause is August 2017, and finally, without understanding, without following process of legal, that is called a principle of natural justice. What is natural justice? After issuing the first and second no cause, they should have issued an order saying that these are the lapses, but no, they waited. So what does it mean? In 2020, they cancelled the licenses, saying that you have not done this. So it is not a natural justice. It's a principle of natural justice violation, and due process of law has not been followed. It's a gap of 5 years. This we have pointed out. So, coming to the point number 3. Thereafter, on May 24, 2020, the Commission for Cooperation and Register of Cooperative Societies passed an order for the winding up of the affairs of the State Bank under Section 10A, read with Section 103 of the Maharashtra Cooperative Societies Act 1960. Now, this is the action taken by the Register of Cooperative Societies. His office is at Pune. So, Section 110A and Section 103, he has followed and he has issued the order appointing Mr. J.D. Patil, who was an administrator of the CKP Bank. He was appointed as the liquidator of the bank. This order was issued on 4th May 2020. Now, this particular order is bad in law. This impugned order was passed in accordance with the order passed by the RBI on 28 April 2020. It is pertinent to note that the State Bank was not in existence in its banking license was cancelled by RBI with immediate effect on April 28, 2020. Banking license was issued in November 1986 and the banking license was cancelled on 28 April 2020. So from the date of 28 April 2020, CQB Bank is not in existence. Then what is in existence? If the bank is not in existence, then what are the roles of the registrar or the commissioner of Cooperative Societies Act under the provisions of Act? He issued out on 4th May, and from 28th April, a non-existent entity on which he has acted. This is the point. The cooperative society that was formed in October 21, 2015 was in existence. The bank did not exist after 28 April 2020. What was in existence? CKP Bank Cooperative Societies, which was formed in 1915, is in existence. Banking license 1986, lived up to 28 April 2020. So that is one aspect. What is the next aspect? What is surviving? What is in existence from 1915? It is a CKP Cooperative Bank Cooperative Society formed under 1860 law. 1915 establishment. That is in existence. So, what is the legal question? The legal question is, after April 28, 2020, neither the Reserve Bank of India nor the Commissioner of Cooperation and the Registrar of Cooperative Societies, Maharashtra, had the authority to exercise the power under Section 110A of the said Act. This is the question. Under Section 110A, they don't have the powers. Since the bank is not in existence, it is a society which is in existence. So what is that power they have exercised which they don't have? This is the legal question. The appellant state and submit that the appointment of liquidator under Section 103 of the said Act is illegal and bad in law, as a prerequisite under Section 102 of the said Act was not fulfilled. In my last video, I explained this. What is 102, what is 103, what is 110A, what the commission has supposed to do. Now here, 102, it was the first requisite thing the Commissioner of Cooperative Societies Act he should have acted. He did not. Without following the provisions of 102, he jumped on 110A and 103, and he has appointed Mr. J.D. Patil as the administrator coming to liquidator. This is bad in law because they did not follow 102, which they are supposed to follow first. First thing is first. It is pertinent to note that wide impugna order dated May 4th, 2020, the Commissioner for Cooperation, Registrar of Cooperative Societies, Maharashtra, cannot circumvent the requirement contemplated under Section 102 of the said Act by taking shelter under Section 110A for invoking power under Section 103 and 105 of the said Act, which provides for winding up an appointment of a liquidator for the cooperative society. So without complying 102 provision, if you jump on 103 and 105 and 110A together, and if you exercise your powers, that becomes bad in law. It is understood. This is the next point. It is understood principle of law that the existence of a legal entity as a cooperative society under the said act does not automatically come to an end, does not come to automatically come to an end if the existence of the legal entity as a bank through a banking license issued under the Banking Regulation Act 1949 comes to an end for any reason whatsoever. For any reason, Reserve Bank of India thought it fit to cancel the CKP bank license for any reason. But does it mean that the cooperative commissioner can put an end to the society also? Or Reserve Bank of India, whether it gets the power to end the existence of the legal entity that is society also, which is formed in 1915 under the 1860 law? These are the crucial questions. These are the points of law. So, Reserve Bank of India and Cooperative Commissioner do not get the legal sanction to end the existence of CKP Cooperative Bank in this way. They have hastened, they have committed an error of cancelling the license and they construed it as this is the end of the game. No, this is bad in law. The Commission of Cooperation and Register of Cooperative Societies, Maharashtra, instead of passing the impugned order dated May 4, as per the RBI order dated April 28, directing winding up and appointing liquidator, ought to and should have informed RBI of the aforesaid factual and legal position, especially when the period of filing an appeal had not lapsed against the RBI order dated April 28, 2020, and appeal could have been preferred within limitation. So after 28 April, that's why we requested J.D. Patil to file an appeal to the Appellate Authority Delhi. He did not bother. He could have directed Mr. General Manager or any of his assistant to file an appeal. They did not listen. And they went on appointing a liquidator. So liquidation commenced according to them, and they started, that is RBI started giving the claim forms across the counter. How can they do so? How can they take this law into their hands? They have not disposed of, they have not filed the appeal on their own. They did not allow the shareholders and depositors to make an appeal to the appellate authority, and they went ahead. This action of liquidator is bad in law. He should have followed 102. He should have disposed of the first appeal. He should have become, he himself could have filed an appeal, which he did not. He did not allow us to file an appeal. He did not dispose of our appeal. He was sitting on the file. The authorities were sitting on the file. And therefore, all these illegalities has to be answered properly. And court has taken a view. This particular appeal which is pending before the Register of Cooperative Societies, liquidator, appointment of liquidator and Minister of Corporation, this should be first attended to, and he has attended. Now question is, if you just go through the provisions of the law, then we should get the justice. We are talking only the law points. We are not talking the intentions, or we are not attributing any intentions. We are talking the points of law. So, next point. Further, the Commissioner of Cooperation and Register of Cooperative Societies, Maharashtra, is itself not preferring appeal, nor is it allowing any other person to prefer the appeal on its behalf or the said bank's behalf. The orders passed by the RBI dated April 28, 2020, making the provision of appeals against the same absolutely redundant and meaningless, keeping them for show only on paper, even though a large number of people wish to prefer an appeal. Here I end the presentation of appeal before Minister of Cooperation, Mr. Patil. These are the law points. And as I told in my preface, that we trust that a legal process is being followed by the government of Maharashtra. We understand that the RBI has acted in haste without adopting the process of law and in principle of natural justice, and we have pointed out to the court, and that's why in both the writ petitions, court has listened to our prayers and they have directed accordingly. So we believe the process of law. Now we have to understand whether the government of Maharashtra adopts the process of law, and in the wiser counsel should prevail upon them also. That is exactly the point of law we are placing. Here I am just not making any other comment, but I am only expecting on behalf of all the depositors, all the shareholders, that the liquidation process hastened by Mr. J.D. Patil was a bad in law. And in this process, we should fight out for the existence of our institution. Yes, our institution is very important. And therefore, don't feel that everything is lost. Be hopeful. Be proud about your institution. We know that how the institution has been damaged in some of the past 1 decade or so. But then, we should not consider that everything is lost. Our money is there from 1 rupee to more than 1 crore. Every single farthing is important for us. We don't consider that above 5 lakh and below 5 lakh. No. I have always said in some of my interviews that question of 5 lakh has come arising out of the Punjab and Maharashtra cooperative bank struggle, in which I was also there since beginning. So it could create a heat. So Department of DICC institution, that is Deposit Insurance Credit Guarantee Corporation, which is the subsidiary of Reserve Bank of India, they have improvised their rule from 1 lakh rupee protection to 5 lakh. But what does it mean? It means that the bank depositors, not just CKP alone, it means that the bank depositors in this country are unsafe because their money beyond 5 lakh rupee is not at all protected. On earlier occasions in last 70 years, before 1970, the banks were losing. Banks were, crashing. So nationalization took place in 1969. And thereafter, the depositors were saved. And in that process, after I think 1998, cooperative banking system started crumbling down and the depositors became unsafe. And then the question of that deposit insurance, which was formed in 1961, earlier it was 1,500, then it became 10,000, then it became 40,000, then it became 1 lakh in 1993. So 1961 to 1993, 1 lakh rupee insurance claim. It was meager, it was poor. From 1993 to 2020, because of Punjab and Maharashtra hue and cry, the depositors have fought. So it has become 5 lakh. But what does it mean? Beyond 5 lakh, you don't have any protection. And now, hereafter, from 1998, now you have seen many cooperative banks have collapsed. And now you have seen Yes Bank was collapsing, but it was ultimately central government has saved. We know the reasons for why it was saved. But then the question is whether depositors can be believed, whether depositors can believe the process of next stage of bank reforms, which are going to be, according to me, the banking crash is very imminent. Cooperative banking system is going to be transformed into the private sector banking. So along with the CKP, the question arises, my money is not safe. My money above 5 lakh is not safe. And my bank is not going to be safe. So what to do? It's a question of fighting against a policy. Against a policy of Reserve Bank of India, against a policy of the government. And the government means central government. So it's a larger question. So those who have not become the members of our Save CKP Cooperative Bank Kriti Samiti, let them understand. Let them understand that the above 5 lakh money is not safe, and to make it safe, we have to fight. From 1 lakh to 5 lakh, yes, we fought, and in last 1 year, it has become 5. That doesn't mean our money is safe. There are more than almost 2,000 people who have got money above 5 lakh. Are they supposed to lose this money and accept this order of Reserve Bank of India cancelling the bank license of CKP, taking lie low? Certainly not. And in that context, we should fight a principal battle. We should fight a principal battle against the policies of central government and against the policies of Reserve Bank of India, which has killed CKP Bank. The other reasons of non-performing asset of CKP Bank, right now we don't talk about. That question will come about the mismanagement of the bank for last 10 years. But now the question is, first we have to save, because Reserve Bank of India do not want to save any of the bank. And they are making the bulldozer. They are using the bulldozer as a policy. And in one of my interviews, I have said that there are 44 cooperative banks in India may lose the license. May lose the license. And which are the good banks? Yes, there are good banks in the cooperative banking system. Reserve Bank of India is pressurizing the good cooperative banks to get themselves converted into the private sector bank. They may name them as a small bank finance, or like it can be microfinance also. It can be any kind of a finance company under the Companies Act and not the Cooperative Act. So the process is from cooperation to privatization of cooperative banks. The public sector banks, yes, today they are under the consolidation. After 2 years, they will be privatized. Some of the public sector banks are to be sold off. This is a very dangerous situation. And in that context, the depositors of any banking system, whether you are in the private sector or the public sector or the cooperative sector, depositors in this country are feeling the heat of the government's policy. Their money beyond 5 lakh is not safe, and their banks are not safe. We'll have to study why they are not safe, and we'll have to make struggle why we should make our money safe. That is precisely we have to understand. Get united, come together, fight for a right policy. And what can be the right policy? That we want the cooperative banking system should prevail. We want to weed out the corruption in the system. We have to fight the corrupt system, but we want to retain the cooperative principles in the banking system. We need cooperative banks. We need small banks. We need small banks for the small people. But our money should be safe, for which there should be a sovereign guarantee like LIC policyholders. LIC policyholders have got 100% sovereign guarantee. Why not for the bank depositors? This is our crucial question. Whether you are in the public sector, cooperative sector or the private sector, the bank depositors who are the savers of money in this economy and they build up the economy, why their money should be unsafe? That is our crucial question to the government and RBI, and let RBI answer. We must be ready to struggle. That is an appeal to all the depositors, first to the CKP depositors, but in turn, all the depositors must unite and fight for the right policy of protection of their money, not just 5 lakh, but entire money. That is the essence of our struggle. Thank you so much. Please circulate this video to all the CKP depositors, and if you feel it is right, then to others also. Thank you so much.